The other day, a teacher of mine described found footage as the sunken ship of the 20th century, and I think he kind of nailed it for me. It was kind of like this detritus left behind from our society from the past, you know. And I think for me that's really the culture I'm interested in discovering and looking more into, you know, like what was left behind in a sense. Like our media is what shows us how life was to some degree, hides certain things, reveals others, but if you're like a media archaeologist, you can kind of mine that and find the unwritten truths, the written truths. I think the Bay has such a long lineage of just amazing found footage artists, and for me that's a practice, part of my practice that I really do a lot and often. So kind of seeing what they've done, seeing like where they're headed or what they're playing with or what specifically speaks to me about the combination of images and how they reappropriate the media to say specifically what they want to and make it say things that it wasn't there originally is definitely an inspiration to me. The piece I did for the San Francisco Foundation and SOMArts Murphy Cadogan Contemporary Arts Award exhibition was a 2-screen installation called Tomorrow, and I was really interested in externalizing the cinema. So montage and juxtaposition is such like a bench or, you know, a pillar for cinema, and I wanted to externalize that process a little bit. So there are 2 screens placed, one on the floor, one on top, and on the top screen all the shots are of a camera shooting up, so filming planes up in the sky, and all the shots on the bottom screen are aerial shots looking down. I wanted to externalize not only montage but also the angles of cinema, like unfracture the cinema. So you would look up and you'd be looking in the same direction that the camera filmed the airplanes, or you'd be looking down and you'd look at the direction that people were filming down from the airplanes. So it was this kind of weird effect because when you look down, the angle was actually correct, or if you looked up, the angle was actually correct. And the film is about the bombardment of the city, and everybody understood it was about that, even though bombs, you never see a bomb dropping from one screen into another. And I think for me that was really fascinating and something that intrigued me about the project, because montage and juxtaposition is the placing of one clip next to another clip and then getting a third thing that doesn't exist in either one of the clips. So for me it was exciting to see that happening, but rather than happening on one screen, happening across 2 screens. So it created almost like a physical feeling between these 2 screens, even though there was nothing connecting them, and no image connects the 2, but you understand what's happening. While I was making the piece, we were bombing Syria, so it's just like, it was just on my mind because I listened to the radio a lot, and kind of how that experience when we bomb a foreign country puts us in a third person, almost like removed from the situation. When you watch the installation, you're neither on the ground or in the air. You're in a middle point between the bombardment, yet you can't do much to stop it. So I wanted to create a space through the installation to inhabit maybe how we feel when we hear about foreign bombing. So externalizing these things to sit in space, but also to articulate the space in which we inhabit during like a foreign bombardment. And just, at least for me personally, how powerless I feel.